everyone. Today we're going to talk about best things to do in Nassau. So if you've been on more than one Caribbean cruise in the last, I don't know, decade or so, pretty good chance you've been in Nassau. I know my wife and I have been there
4 or 5 times.
Yeah. And we thought, or I thought anyway, that we'd pretty much been there, done that kind of thing. But turns out there's more to do in and around Nassau than I thought. And I found that out because we're going to Nassau again in the not too distant future. So I figured, you know what? Let me actually do some research besides just,
The straw market, Atlantis. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, no, you're exactly right. But anybody who's been there knows about the straw market, knows about Atlantis, knows about Bahamas. But there's actually more to see and do than I would have thought. So we're going to do a pretty deep dive into Nassau and all that there is to do in Nassau tonight.
So get your snorkeling gear ready.
So Nassau is the largest city and the capital of the Bahamas. In fact, Nassau is...
There's a Dunkin' Donuts in Nassau, okay?
Nassau is one of the most popular cruise ports, attracting a little over 3.7 million cruise passengers every year. If you get on a ship and you go to Nassau, you're going to be hitting the dock at Prince George Wharf. It's pretty conveniently close to the downtown district, Bay Street, the straw market, things like that. If you have booked shore excursions through the cruise line, you'll find that those tour operators are stationed right near the dock. If you booked a private excursion, then you're going to have to go a little bit further down the dock to meet those guides. And hopefully they'll tell you, when you book the excursion, exactly where to go and what to do. So, your turn.
Oh,
I'm done.
Finally. Oh, goodness. The Nassau cruise port can feel quite hectic, as up to 6 cruise ships can dock at one time. So it's a good idea to plan something to do in advance, as it will be jam-packed when you leave the cruise port. Now, that being said, you will have a lot of people up in your face asking if you want to take a cab ride or whatever like that. But
Nassau's not too bad. It's not Cozumel.
I know that, but
Okay.
It's, in my opinion, it can be pretty hectic. So on foot, the best way to get around Nassau is on foot. The downtown area, Bay Street Retail District, and many of Nassau's historic sites are within walking distance of the cruise ship pier.
Very true.
By taxi. Taxi operators are located around the Prince George Wharf area. I said it right.
Barely.
In Nassau, the taxis are not metered, so it's a good idea to negotiate the ride fare before entering the car.
Very true. Nassau does have public bus system known as, they call them jitneys, economical, convenient. They run usually like 6:30 a.m. to about 7 p.m. And as of this recording, they cost about $1.50 per person each way.
That's not bad.
No. Car and scooter rental. If you're interested in exploring Nassau on your own, you can rent a car or a scooter. There are rental areas available either right there on the island, or you can do it advanced through like TripAdvisor or your favorite travel agent. Now, in my opinion, renting a scooter in particular, but cars in general as well, is a potential mistake. If you've never driven in the Bahamas, be aware that the rules of the road differ from the United States. So I don't want to say professionals, but let the professionals handle the driving. It just, that way you don't have to worry about it. If you have a couple of drinks, you don't have to worry about, driving under the influence and all the issues that come from that. Just let somebody else do the driving. You're on vacation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, most people, most cruise passengers take taxis or walk. That way there's, less chance of any issues. Let's put it that way.
Yes. The best public beach in Nassau. There's some pretty beaches in Nassau. Wow, what is in that water? If you're trying to save money on excursions during your cruise, these free beaches are the most popular and recommended. Junkanoo Beach. Junkanoo Beach is the closest public beach to the cruise port. This free Nassau Beach is a good option for cruisers who want to stay within walking distance of the cruise ship. The local beach is about 15 to 20 minute walk from the cruise port, or if you take a taxi.
Or you can take a taxi.
Thank you. At Junkanoo Beach, you can access restroom, showers, and changing facilities. There are also local vendors who offer chair rentals. If you get hungry or thirsty, there are various restaurants and bars nearby.
Next up, Cable Beach. Cable Beach is often called Nassau's best beach. It's about 2.5 miles long and has white sand and crystal clear waters. This beach is lined with famous resorts including the Bahamas and the Sandals Royal Bahamian. It's a 25 to 30 minute ride by taxi. There is a cheaper alternative, the number 10 bus, which costs about $1.50 per person. Now, it is cheaper. It's going to take you longer because, of course, it's a bus, so it stops every 50 feet. At Cable Beach, you can do water sports, you can snorkel, and you can also just relax under the sun.
If it's not raining.
That's true.
Yeah. Cabbage Beach. Oh, I like the name of this place. Cabbage Beach is a public beach which is located on the north side of Paradise Island. You can get to Cabbage Beach by taking a short water taxi ride to Paradise Island. It's $10 round trip, or walking distance around for about 20 minutes. At Cabbage Beach, you will find crystal clear water and soft sand. Local vendors offer on-site chair and umbrella rentals. At times, the water can get quite rough at Cabbage Beach. However, you'll be right next to the Atlantis, which makes for some amazing photos. Atlantis is pretty impressive.
It is. It really is. Saunders Beach. Saunders Beach is a 10 to 15 minute taxi ride from the cruise port. It's known to be one of the quieter beaches in Nassau, making it ideal choice for families. At Saunders Beach, you do have access to restroom facilities, and there is a playground. Bring sure to bring your own towels, or there are no vendors at Saunders Beach.
We're all at Cabbage Beach. I'm just kidding. Oh, Love Beach. So if you're looking for a free beach with stunning water, check out Love Beach. Love Beach is located a bit further than Cable Beach, and as many people say, it's one of the most beautiful beaches in the Bahamas. At Love Beach, there will be chair rentals and the Nirvana Beach Bar, a fan favorite among cruisers.
That's true.
Yeah.
Next up,
Dun, 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 dun.
It's now called Jaws Beach.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's actually the furthest beach from the cruise port. However, it was the filming location for the movie Jaws 3.
Dun, dun,
Not Jaws, Jaws 3. So, just,
That's
if
why
you
I
don't
said
like
it
the
3 times.
sequel of the sequel, which I kind of didn't, but whether you're a movie fan or you just enjoy snorkeling, this beach is definitely worth checking out. There are Hollywood memorabilia and sculptures located underwater, which is super fun to check out. If you get tired of the beach, you can walk to the Clifton Heritage Park and enjoy a picnic lunch, if you bring the picnic lunch with you.
Well, you can't kind of do that because you're not allowed to bring food off of the ship.
No, you would buy the lunch. Oi.
Best island beach escapes in Nassau. These island beach escapes are excursions and can typically be purchased through the cruise line. This makes for a hassle-free experience as you won't have to worry about transportation and planning. Next up.
The first of the beach escapes excursions is Pearl Island.
Yes. Pearl Island allows guests to relax on the beach, explore the island's walking trails, explore a lighthouse, and enjoy a traditional Bahamian lunch. Pearl Island is on the pricey side. However, there's a lot included in the price.
As an example, through Carnival, Pearl Island costs $95 for adults and $75 for children. This does include the transportation, a lounge chair, a signature cocktail, lunch, and water sports like kayaks, paddleboards, water trampoline, and water mats. The boat ride to Pearl Island takes about a half an hour, and the excursion usually lasts about 5 hours. At Pearl Island, you will have access to bathroom facilities, changing rooms, and showers, and there are VIP cabanas available at an additional cost.
Blue Lagoon is a small island located off the coast of Nassau. Typically, a Blue Lagoon island excursion combines the beach with other activities like sea lion encounters, dolphin encounters, or Segway tours. Yeah. If you want to spend the day at the beach, you can also do that. I'm sorry, I got lost on the dolphin tour thing. Depending on the shore excursion and what cruise line you are sailing with that day. Prices or passes range from $90 to $200 per adult.
Balmoral Island. If you're looking for a great way to spend your day in Nassau, check out Balmoral. I hope I'm saying that right. Balmoral Island. Unlike other islands in the area, Balmoral has 2 freshwater pools available to guests who want to take a break from the ocean. The downside to going to Balmoral Island is that your food, drinks, and water sports are not included. If you enjoy doing water sports, it may be a better value for you to try one of the other excursions that does include some of those water sports.
Yes. Royal Beach Club. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line is opening the Royal Beach Club in 2025. This beach club is available exclusively for guests on board Royal Caribbean cruises. This is a 17-acre resort. Is located on Paradise Island, a short water taxi away from the cruise port. At the Royal Beach Club, there will be 4 pristine beaches for guests to enjoy: Tranquility Beach, Sapphire Beach, Hideaway Beach, and Harbor Beach. There will also be various restaurants, bars, and pools at the Royal Beach Club. Once the beach is open, it will be the ultimate beach escape for families.
Next up, we're going to talk about some of the best resorts in Nassau and getting day passes to them. Resort day passes give cruise ship passengers access to the hotels, the resort amenities, depending upon the resort. Resorts typically feature access to the beach, private pools, restaurants, bars, water parks, because certain of the resorts have water parks. These day passes are purchased individually through the hotel or the resort. Some of them you can purchase through the cruise line. We're not going to talk about specific costs to these various day passes. Specifically, we're going to give you some general guidelines, but don't want to get into details because the prices fluctuate. And if you're watching this in a year, prices are going to be totally different. So first up, everybody knows the Atlantis Paradise Island.
I'm not judging.
Atlantis is one of the main attractions in Nassau, but it is undoubtedly a pricey way to spend your day. Day pass currently for the Atlantis Aqua Adventure Water Park starts at $210 for adults and $150 for kids. You can access certain areas of Atlantis Resort without paying any admission fee. You can go through the casino, the indoor retail stores, specific dining venues, and Marina Village. Those are all available to the public. So if you haven't been to Atlantis, it's definitely worth checking out.
The marina is very, very impressive. Yeah. Super impressive. Next up on the list is Margaritaville Resort and Water Park. Margaritaville Resort and Water Park is a new resort that opened in 2021. This resort features 2 private beaches, 2 swimming pools, a lazy river, water slides, and a poolside bar. Had me a poolside bar. The great thing about Margaritaville Resort, it's only a 15-minute walk from the cruise port. Since Margaritaville is a short walk from the cruise port, you can spend the whole day there and you won't have to worry about finding a taxi back. Now, that being said, if it's super duper party pooper hot, that's going to be a long walk. Go ahead.
Next resort, Bahamar. Bahamar is a luxury resort that offers only a limited number of day passes. When you visit Bahamar, you'll have access to a 15-acre water park, 24 water slides, a lazy river, an infinity pool, a wave pool, a kids pool, a flow ride surf simulator, an outdoor casino, and of course the beach.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Warwick Paradise Island. Warwick Paradise Island, Bahamas, is a resort for guests 16 and up. At Warwick, you will find a small beach and a massive pool with lounge chairs.
The Riu Palace. Riu Palace is an adults-only, all-inclusive resort on Paradise Island, not far from Atlantis. When you're at the Riu Palace, you'll have access to a swim-up bar, 2 swimming pools, and a dedicated beach area on Cabbage Beach.
Partridge in a pear tree.
Ba-dum-bum.
Breeze's Resort and Spa. Breeze's Resort and Spa is an all-inclusive resort that costs $125 for the day. This includes access to the beach, pools, swim-up bar, jacuzzi, land activities, water sports, and your meals and alcoholic beverages.
So, getting away from resorts and just talking a little more about exploring Nassau. First up, not everybody, but One of the most famous areas of Nassau is the straw market. It's a large market with handmade Bahamian straw products like purses, bags, and hats. You can also find factory-made souvenirs like T-shirts, bracelets, magnets. But before you make any purchases, be sure to negotiate because, you want to negotiate.
Yes.
Good thing about the straw market is it's extremely close to the cruise port. If you want to get off the ship, shop for souvenirs, the straw market's only like a 5, maybe a 6-minute walk from the port.
The Queen suitcase.
Staircase, not suitcase.
Where's my mind in the suitcase?
Ready to pack.
Yeah, the Queen's staircase is named after the late Queen Victoria. This historic attraction is a 66-step staircase. That's a tongue twister. That was carved out of limestone in 1793. The staircase provides a direct route from downtown Nassau to Fort Finn Castle. I have to slow down on my speaking. Furthermore, there is no charge to go up this historic staircase.
Fort Finn Castle. The fort is a historic fort that was built back in 1793 to protect Nassau from pirates. At Fort Finn Castle, you'll gain access to some incredible views of the cruise port. You're contagious. When you visit the fort, you will be near the Queen's Staircase and the Pirates of Nassau Museum. If you're exploring Nassau on foot, checking out these 3 attractions is a great idea, especially since they're all close together.
Yes, Parliament Square. Parliament Square houses the Bahamas House of Assembly, Supreme Court, and Senate building. This is a great spot for pictures as the colonial buildings are in pink pastel color and they look very tropical. Well, you're in the Bahamas, it should look tropical. But anyway, you will see a statue of Queen Victoria that was built in the early 1900s. And there are museums. So if you're looking to spend your afternoon in downtown Nassau and you want to visit museums, then you're in luck. Nassau has several museums that are within walking distance from the cruise port.
Pirates of Nassau Museum. If you're traveling, not both times. If you're traveling with kids, check out the Pirates of Nassau Museum. This is an interesting museum to learn about the history of Nassau and piracy between 1690 and 1720. One of the cool features of the museum is that they have a replica pirate ship. There's a major hit among kids as they can walk on it, not just look at it. They can actually walk and pretend that they're Blackbeard or Bluebeard or Davy Jones or what's the one from the movies? The Black Pearl.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Pompeii Museum of Slavery and Emancipation. The Pompeii Museum of Slavery and Emancipation is smaller, but here you will learn about Pompey, a slave who led rebellion in the 1830 on the island of Exuma. The museum is located at the historic Vendu House. This building was built around 1769 and functioned as a marketplace until the late 1800s. In 1992, it became a museum that was open to the public. If you want to visit this museum, it is only a 7-minute walk from the cruise port, and it's located right next to the straw market.
The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas. Perfect museum for art enthusiasts. This museum features art from the locals and highlights Bahamian history and culture. The art gallery is a 15-minute walk from the cruise port and is nearby several other attractions.
The Heritage Museum of the Bahamas. This is a smaller museum with relics dating back to prehistoric times. At this museum, you'll see tools used during slavery, items from Bahamian grocery store in 1900, and a meteorite slice. But you can't eat it, so it's not, When you visit the Heritage Museum of the Bahamas, you will have the choice of doing a self-guided tour or purchasing an audio guide for around $20. The Heritage Museum is a 12-minute walk from the cruise port and is near the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas.
Educulture Junkanoo Museum. Junkanoo is a street festival in the Bahamas that happens on Boxing Day and New Year's Day every year. This cultural celebration includes dancing, spirituality, and listening to music. The Educulture Junkanoo Museum is a great place to learn about the history of the Junkanoo Festival and to see costumes that are worn during the festival. This museum is the brainchild of Arlene Nash Ferguson, who has been on the National Junkanoo Committee for over 24 years. Next up, Nassau Shore Excursions. If you're looking to have an exciting day in Nassau, consider the following shore excursions.
You've come to the One.
No.
Snorkeling and scuba diving. When it comes to cruise ports, Nassau, Bahamas is known for having some great snorkeling spots. You can book a snorkeling tour through your cruise line or a private vendor. On a snorkeling tour in Nassau, you will see coral reefs and a lot of marine life. Furthermore, many shore excursions have a party-like atmosphere on the boat, and they may even have an open bar.
After you're done snorkeling.
Yes, because they will not allow you to snorkel with alcohol in your system. If you are a certified scuba diver, you can always book a scuba excursion. Scuba diving is a great way to move freely underwater and to feel like you're part of the marine life. Excuse me.
Bahamian food tour. If you're a foodie, check out the Bites of Nassau food tasting and cultural walking tour. For this tour, you'll be in a small group and walk the streets of Nassau, learning about the history and trying a bunch of different local foods. During the tour, you'll get a chance to try classic conch fritters, local fish tacos, baked mac and cheese, rum cake, and more. You also get to meet some of the chefs and small business owners.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be fun.
This will all be fun. Jeep and beach tours. The Jeep and beach tour is a popular shore excursion offered by most cruise lines. For this tour, you will drive a Jeep Wrangler through downtown Nassau and see some prominent landmarks. Afterwards, you will head over to the beach and you can spend some time relaxing by the water. You will then be served a Bahamian lunch before returning to the cruise port.
The Rose Island Swim with Pigs excursion. It's one of the most popular in Nassau. Many of the major cruise lines offer this excursion, which it sounds like a pretty amazing experience. The guide will teach you how to feed the pigs and interact with them while swimming. Afterward, you head off to a private beach to relax and enjoy some light snacks.
Ooh. Shark encounters at Blue Lagoon. If you ever wanted to swim with the sharks, check out the shark encounters and snorkel at Blue Lagoon. Here you'll be swimming with nurse sharks who are slow-moving and mild-mannered. Don't worry, they won't take your temperature. The trainer will stand nearby and you can feed the sharks and cradle them in your arms. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience unless you go every time you're on a cruise ship, and it makes for an amazing story. Afterwards, you'll get the chance to relax on the beach and enjoy some free time before heading back to your cruise ship. We did that on one of the islands, actually. Did the stingray and nurse shark thing. I can't remember which one. Anyway.
Yes, we did, but I don't remember which island either. Bahamas Jet Boat. The Bahamas Jet Boat is one of the newest attractions in Nassau. This excursion combines a scenic ride with a high-speed thrill ride. The captain and crew of the jet boat provide a tour of the Nassau Harbor while sharing some fun facts about the island. You then go on an adrenaline-pumping ride that is fun for the whole family. Basically, they head out to open water and crank up the jet boat. Maybe not as fast as it could go, but pretty darn fast.
Glass bottom boat. The glass bottom boat is a popular attraction as many people will try when they are in the Nassau. Many tour companies combine a glass bottom boat with snorkeling and drinking afterwards. On the glass bottom boat, you can enjoy a 360-degree view of the water while looking for sea turtles, dolphins, and other marine life. I love dolphins.
Jet ski rentals. Nassau is one of the best places to jet ski because of the beautiful water. If you enjoy jet skiing, then you might want to consider renting one.
Where to eat and drink in Nassau Cruise Port. If you're into eating local foods, there are great options near the port in Nassau. Here are some recommended spots to eat when visiting the Bahamas. I'm sorry, I have to cough again.
Huh? Potter's Cay Conch Shacks. If you're looking to try an authentic Bahamian lunch, then check out Potter's Cay Conch Shacks. Wow. Here you'll find bright colored conch shacks that feature dishes from 40 different chefs who are cooking different dishes. Holy crap. This is a great place to try Bahamian food, interact with locals, and immerse yourself in the local culture. It is recommended to go to Mackenzie's Shack, as he has been in the same location for about 25 years and is a former conch fisherman.
It's pretty impressive the way they harvest conch.
That's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah. Pirate Republic Brewing Company. Wow, you're into tongue twisters tonight. If you're looking to get off the cruise ship for a bit and grab a quick drink, then head over to the Pirate Republic Brewing Company. It is one of the 2 breweries in Nassau and is located right next to the cruise port. This place has a great vibe and the drinks are amazing. Whether you want to grab a quick drink, if you're stopping in before heading back to the cruise ship, Pirate Republic Brewing Company is worth checking out.
So next up, can't do any kind of port guide without talking a little bit about shopping.
This is important.
So if you're shopping for local souvenirs to bring back home, Nassau has many shops near the cruise port. Many cruise passengers will bring back wood carvings, craft work, original paintings, handmade garments that they're nice gifts and souvenirs. So if you want to do a little shopping, here's a couple of places to do that at.
Mm-hmm. Bay Street. It's known as Nassau's retail district. There will be so many local businesses there if you're interested in shopping. On Bay Street, you will find jewelers, clothing stores, gift shops, and more. Let me tell you.
And more.
And more, yeah.
Festival Place. It's an outdoor bazaar located near next to the cruise port. They feature over 45 vendors selling crafts, food, and drinks. When shopping at Festival Place, it's important to be aware of your surroundings as it can get pretty busy and hectic. The vendors will approach you, and it might not be a very relaxing shopping experience. Mm-hmm. So, if you want something that's a little more enjoyable, go to Bay Street. The vendors seem to be a little less aggressive.
Invasive.
But Festival Place is a great place looking for people looking for last minute gifts who want to stay near the cruise port. So, and as we talked about earlier,
Nassau's Straw Market. Although it was mentioned earlier, Nassau's Straw Market is a great place to buy local Bahamian crafts, souvenirs, and gifts. The Straw Market is on Bay Street, so you'll be near many other local retail stores.
Very true.
Yes.
Now that we've given you a pretty deep dive into what to do and see in Nassau, check out this video we did recently about port day etiquette.